Right. Hello, I am with Lucero. She is a member of the Road to Remission program. Hi, Lucero.
Hey, Callie.
Thanks for chatting with me today. So I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions about the program and, where you're at right now that you finished the program pretty much. So why don't we start off with you kind of telling us about what your life looked like prior to joining the program and how your symptoms, popped up.
So it started about a year ago, but now that once you're diagnosed, you kind of look back and you're like, oh, that just kind of seemed normal to me. I didn't realize there was anything wrong. So I went to the doctor about a year ago because I just thought I had a normal UTI that popped up. It just hurt to use the restroom and constantly having to go every couple of minutes and just feeling honestly in a lot of pain. And the doctor was like, no, you don't have a UTI. You probably just have IC. Take some cranberry tablets and you're good to go.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
was like, okay. So I looked it up, did the Google doctor check. And it's all you see pop up is chronic illness, incurable autoimmune disease, just no cure. And it's like, oh my goodness, how is she so nonchalant about it? Because she's like, oh, you're young, you're in your 20s, you'll be gone with it in a couple of years, you'll be over and done with it. So was not satisfied with that answer, and I went to a urologist, had a cystoscopy, and he did diagnose me with IC or IBS. He was just like, here's this diet, stick to it, figure out what you can and can't eat, and just go to therapy. And that was pretty much it. And I wasn't satisfied with that answer as well. My symptoms were still very bothersome, where it was hard to walk and get up and just to be a normal functioning human being.
Right. You were
And
in
I
college,
started,
right?
yes, I just finished college right now. So, it's not a fun thing to talk about with others because, it's just very different obstacles that you have to overcome. And not many people have to go through that I guess at around this age. So I started following you on Instagram and I was like, okay, she seems pretty legitimate, and I didn't make the plunge until this past fall to go full force into it.
Okay. So so you joined the program in the fall and wait, it feels like it's been longer than that.
I think it was in September or October that I started.
Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, time is just flying for me, so
Yeah,
just ignore me. Okay,
yeah,
so
you're good.
um, so what is your life now that you're through that 12 weeks? What does it look like now? And what do your symptoms look like now?
My symptoms have gotten a lot better. I don't have those big flares where it hurts to be very bad UTI symptoms. Now it's just mainly frequency, maybe a lot of discomfort that I get if I eat trigger foods. And I feel that it's a lot better now. I think after starting the program and finishing it, it's oh, I'm not done with the program. This is my life now, this, I have the tools now to continue. I don't feel like I'm over the program, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. So talk about the elimination diet. What did that look like for you?
Well, it was honestly very hard coming from a Mexican household where your mom only cooks spicy foods and rice and beans and meat and all the hot sauces you can imagine. That was very hard trying to tell my family, no, I can't eat this anymore. And it's oh, can you have chocolate? It's no, I can't have that right now. So, but once I explained to them everything in the process, it was nice to have them because then they became my support team. We had my icy list of foods that I could eat. It's oh, okay, we can't have that. Okay, let's find something else, And it's really makes you become creative on how you cook. It can be a little discouraging at first, I would say, in the elimination diet, but if you go at it with a perspective, this is to help me and to better me and to invest in myself and my health, it goes by pretty easy.
Yeah. So what did you find that you are able to eat that you did not think you could before?
What? I think a lot of the carbonated drinks, like just a lot of high sugars and even chocolate, I can have that in certain amounts. Some of the spices that I didn't think I was able to eat, I can have, like paprika, just a little bit on the spicier side, but not too much. I guess I was surprised to find out that I couldn't have fresh, like acidic fruit, like oranges. I can't really have much of it, but if it's like cooked, then I can have. Same thing with tomatoes. I can't have fresh tomatoes. I didn't realize how much it would affect me, like one tomato slice would, but I was not very happy the next day after eating that one slice of tomatoes. So just learning the different foods, how they're all the same, but in so many ways are very different.
Yeah. And, your body could have a different reaction to different things. Just like you said, like you could feel it immediately or you can feel it the next day. So that's why in the program, we have you start with a small amount and then move on to a larger amount as you go. So did you find that you were able to eat anything like in any amount?
Definitely strawberries. I guess that was a specific one. I could have it in small amounts, but like as soon as I increased it to, I guess, a quarter cup to half a cup, it's like, okay, that's when the symptoms start. And even chocolate, like I could have like a candy bar, like a little piece of a candy bar, but having a scoop of chocolate ice cream, that's a little too much.
Okay, gotcha. So did it give you more like peace of mind with eating?
Most definitely, because it's very intimidating going out to eat, and trying to ask the waiter, okay, like what's in this, what's in that, and being able to say like, okay, I can't have this, even though it is on the trigger food, but I'll just watch how much I intake of it.
Three things that
Okay,
you
good. So you
learn
feel
throughout the
confident going
program.
out
So
to
it could
eat.
be, something you didn't know about yourself. It could be something you learned in one of the classes or just something you picked up from anybody else in the group.
I think one of the main ones was like flare management. None of the doctors that I went to really explain like what to do. They didn't even say like, oh, take Advil or do a heat pad. Like, so that having that whole section of flare management was really nice. Another thing that I did learn about was supplements that I could take, or like some medication I could take if I wanted to, if I knew I was going to go have trigger foods that could kind of help ease symptoms. I think that was the two main ones. And then just how to go about it with talking about friends or family and not have it be awkward or a topic you don't want to discuss.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad that you really enjoyed the classes. That's great. Okay, so I guess the last thing I wanted to ask you was if somebody is looking to start an elimination diet or they're just thinking about doing it, what advice would you have for those people who are on the fence about it?
I would say you need to take the plunge. It's definitely intimidating at first, especially if you talked about it with doctors. This is not the same as going to a doctor's office. We're not just going to give you a sheet and say, okay, like come back in 6 weeks and let me know how it goes. This is very much like a program where you can like call or text you and be like, hey, like I have a question about this. Like, am I doing this right? So that's very helpful to have that support team and also to get all the resources like the classes to further educate yourself on IC.
Yeah, for sure. So you're saying like it was helpful to have like a nutrition professional helping you through everything and just having that support system. Awesome.
Yes.
That's really great. So what is next for you? What is the next few weeks looking like?
Just in general in life, or
Yeah, in life, in your IC journey, whatever you want to tell me.
I guess in life, I'm currently graduating from college right now. I have that coming up this week and just spending the holidays with my friends and family. I guess, concerning health-wise in IC. Since I haven't had too many lucks with doctors, I am going to rededicate to myself this year on trying to get some more answers, because the program is great and it definitely gives you the tools, but sometimes you do need that extra help, with the medical professionals, just to get on the same basis with everybody and to kind of really understand what is going on, or if there's other things that are triggering it that's not IC related.
Yeah, absolutely. Having a team of people, whether that be doctors, physical therapists, dietitians, it's really great to have them just evaluate you and their professional, I don't even know what word I'm looking for in their practice. Yes.
Yes.
To just get like that well-rounded care and taking care of different aspects of your condition is just really great. So I think it's awesome that you took this plunge. It sounds like you're in a good place mentally. And I really hope that you have an awesome graduation and holiday. And I hope to see you at a group call soon.
Yes, that would be great. Now that classes are going to be over completely now, I definitely have a lot more free time for that.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me. It was really great to catch up.